right now, can't let these demons win. I'm American.
Full 24-second shot clock. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep field. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Stephen Curry, Butler out there.
Blazers house. Blazers house. Small town boy with a big country dream. I want to play with another singing magazines house. They say that. Falling. No one here to help him up. Yet your body is falling.
Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. And Grant Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival...
Your body is falling. Whoa, falling. Falling.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Brenton Post is out there with Butler. Then it's MP. Then it's Curry. And it's Moody in at the small forward. Now here's Butler following the miss by Porzingis. Here's Alston and the dunk by MP.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap.
Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Hometown hero and dedicated Hawks fan, Will Yachty in attendance.
And the fans in Atlanta love him just as much as he loves his Hawks. When he performs here at halftime, it can be a bigger event than the game itself.
Offensive rebound.
Your body is falling. There's no you to ride that bike. Yet your body is falling. Whoa, falling. Whoa, your body is falling. Whoa.
Full 24-second shot clock. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Hard legs for teams gearing up for a playoff push. This is the time of year when you want to be clicking on all cylinders.
And you notice that difference in intensity immediately after the All-Star break because teams are starting to ramp it up, getting ready for the playoffs.
Players seem to know when they've got the kind of team that can make a deep run.
Oh, everybody in that locker room can sense it.
On the floor for the Warriors. They've got MP. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Quentin Post, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard position. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Here's Daniels. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Pass to Young. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Right side Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Finally able to knock one down. Hopefully, the lid is off the basket.
To the paint. Outside Moody. On the wing, Curry. Guarded by Young. Pass to Butler. For 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. I just love the ball game. Hawks trail by 13. Outside Young. Off the mark there with a 3. The Warriors have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Oh, MP throws it down.
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Here's Daniels. Still without a bucket. Three-pointer. Young misses. Now the Warriors with it. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Pass to Curry. Now here's Butler. Moody from outside. The kick out. Curry. The three. Knocks down the long J. Curry's got 6.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
He's stacking up the missed shots right now. He needs to find another part of his game that can help his team.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Let's see the stat sheet here for Moses Moody.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
Hawks trail by 20. Pass to Rizichet. Back to Young. Can't connect from short range.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Moody on the wing. Back to MP. Here's Post. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Post has gotten his second bucket of the game.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Well, Tim, despite their youth, the Hawks have been able to remain pretty competitive.
Well, when you look at this lineup, you see a lot of length and versatility, and that's where this league is headed. So they are creating a roster for positionless basketball.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
The first one falls.
Things were just better, now I'm censored, and I gotta take my hate over to get her, yeah. I'm feeling the swag of my country, waving that flag. Anybody's stopping me, let's go, Brandon, we all want Trump back.
He's off on the second. And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-back legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
Shot is good by Curry.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. And just a huge game for him.
It looks like America's not the only one sick of this bullshit.
And so here is Golden State setting the floor for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler is out there with Moody. Then it's MP. Then it's Quentin Post. And it's Curry in a shooting guard.
Looks like MP's been practicing those in his backyard growing up.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. And so it's Daniels who brings up...
Trump said they stole the election.
Foul called on MP. That's his first foul of the game. Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski comes in for Moody. And we talk about the fatigue when playing the second game of a back-to-back. Stan, how does that usually manifest?
Well, I mean, just off the top of...
To tennis, but ain't nobody could hear him. Yeah, the stock market crashed, and they shut down the pipeline. Donald Trump got the answers. No, he don't need a lifeline. He said we'll have a depression if Biden wins the election. By the 401k, these folks are losing their pension.
And so here's Atlanta. So at this stage of the season, Tim, some teams I feel are already starting to look ahead to the playoffs. Do you agree?
Yeah, I think you're going to glimpse at what that looks like because your adrenaline is going to take you there. But I think the focus should be on the here and now, continuing to get better on a daily basis.
If you're not looking at what's in front of you, you're going to lose what's perhaps ahead of you.
Boy, that is so true.
And Golden State, looking at who they've got. Curry is out there with MVP. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And there's Jimmy Butler. And there's Podziemski in at the 3 spot. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he could repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on.
When they know nobody know how to mail, it's superior that we talking about it. You know where they go, where they go, where they go, where they go.
There's a double team with Podziemski. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Hayden's checked in for the Warriors. And there's really no debate, Richard, and hasn't been for some time. Stephen Curry is the greatest shooter the game has ever known.
Yeah, that's breaking news. But let's be honest, he is one of them. He is on the Mount Rushmore of players that have changed the game.
So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Stephen Curry, Brandon Podziemski out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Kuminga, and it's MP in at the 1. Time now to hear from our reporter, Alec.
Young with the ball. Last game, 26 points. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Brandon Podziemski. Kuminga out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's MP, and it's Curry in at the 2. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Young pass to Porzingis. Back to Young to stop the drop.
Man, where they go on this ass, where they ain't nobody know how to mail disappeared. I've been talking about it, go. where they go, where the man, where the real man, where they go.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so in the game for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II. Stephen Curry is out there with MP. Then there's Brandon Pajemski, and it's Kuminga in at the 5. A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Ali, we appreciate the update. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying himself.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a...
To make it the baby drama for me. I don't know, I just think that you make a lady. We got cookies, ain't no girl they like their name was Katie. I'm a fucking out of shape, there ain't no way that y'all can see me. We see crowds pushing agendas on kids like on the daily.
We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter.
They're out of the eve, they're out of the sleeve. And if you don't look at Jennifer, just get up and leave. That's not the point, if that's not what you believe. And you're gonna get a daddy like an all to conceive. And the English is a friendly Chinese. And if you don't know your question, just go ask your teacher.
1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. It's stolen by MP on the floor for the Warriors. Gary Payton II is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's MP. And it's Kuminga in at the 5. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
The kick out, Curry. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Austin's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. On offense, here are the Hawks. Victory eluded them the last time they faced the Warriors.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Well, I don't think you can look at these matchups and think it can be just one guy. I would have everybody on the glass to help out.
Now here's MP. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. That one drops for him.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. Here's Young. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And that's a big part of this team's offense. Young's ability to get to the line and convert easy points.
And both free throws good for Young. Now MP on the wing. Curry, the 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
It's a drag race, baby. It's a drag race, baby. It's a drag race. Seem like they've been running at a fast pace.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to... Shot selection that ever before, Tim.
Yeah, B.A., there's no question about it. I think you could actually make the argument coaches are particular in a different way. They're looking more for threes, layups, and dunks. Not as much from the mid-range, and you can have that shot, really makes you stand out.
So interesting. I've seen coaches take players out for not shooting open shots.
Oh, I wish I had that coaching when I played.
Now here's Risache. He's scoreless. To the middle. Just 4 to shoot. There's Young with the 3. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against Detroit had a huge game. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. He just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Looking to win the...
This is for the ones who ain't going straight to hell. Only Jesus name, amen. Yeah, they wanna call this Christian rap. Y'all know I'm only spending facts. Gave my life to the Lord. I know Satan wanted back. This ain't Christian rap, but it's to leave the industry. This is for the people who like never wanna perish. Sounding like a pastor, but this is not.
Hawks are gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Stan, the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, 2 things can happen on that, Kevin. Number 1, when you don't...
Run this only till the max. Bring up on the devil's trap. They know Jesus coming back. This ain't Christian rap. This ain't Christian rap. This is something more original. This ain't Christian rap. This is nothing that is biblical.
Benson on a mission just like one of the apostle.
Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Then there's a Kongwu. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Gay in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch. And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. It was a performance that will stick with the fans for a long time. Let's see what he has here.
This ain't Christian rap. Turn choppers. Let's clean out the aisle.
And stolen by MP. So for the Golden State...
That's as good as it gets. Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that have been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Just 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off the shot. And there's the bucket from MP. Olsen's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here is Young. Last game, 26 points. Risache.
Yeah, if you give Risache a chance at the rim, he's going to make it.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. Really just a phenomenal performance from him. Here's hoping we see more of the same from him in this one, guys.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Great, we'll see if he can keep growing here tonight.
Yeah, and that's the rub. When he's in rhythm, he can carry your team across the line.
Well, I expect they'll go to him early here, hoping for a repeat performance.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Then for the Warriors, Quentin Post comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Moses Moody in for Brandon Pajemski. Now, here's MP. Well, they're passed to MP. It's Curry outside. Good on the triple. Curry's got 18 points.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid, coming at them time and time again.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Young with the ball. He's covered by Alston. The three.
Target, and the target kids. All these boys and girls know we don't know what's the gender. Everything I say and it's trying to block and censor. Someone on my way, I'm trying to find my sensor. Oh dear Lord, dear Lord.
So on the floor for Golden State, Stephen Curry is out there with MP. Then there's Jimmy Butler, then it's Moody, and it's Post in at the 5.
Love to see this kind of aggression from a Congo. Great job playing with force inside.
Wow.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. Atlanta's gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Allie, great info there. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
And the Hawks with possession here. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. There's Young with the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Post has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
He buries it from 3.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Young against MP. And no good. The dry spell continues.
Well, for him, this has been a quarter to forget. He is not helping them close the gap.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
Now here's Risache. Right now he's contributing about 15.5 points a game. The kick out to Young. Back to Risache. The 3 is up. Warriors with the rebound. MP's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Curry. Pass to Moody. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Pass to Butler, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. There's stops Porzingis. He's checked in for Congo. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. The Hawks shooting just around 26% for the game. Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
Oh, got that one up quick. MP's got 44.
Yeah, this defense looks absolutely helpless trying to stop MP right now. He's having his way out there.
Pass to Ricochet. Now Young. Looking to get back.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Ricochet. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Young in at the point.
And the Hawks shooting a low 26% from the field. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Ricochet in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
One of those guys who came into the league with great expectations. MP has met those and then some.
It's his first trip to the line. Free throw good, MP.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
And both free throws good for MP. And Tim, we've heard Hawks players in the past saying this team lacked an identity. You think one's emerging?
Well, offensively, they're still centered around the playmaking of Trey Young. And defensively, they're starting to establish a culture. It's headlined by Dyson Daniels.
Now here's Daniels. Still no points. Young misses.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And here's Curry for 3. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Here's Young. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And that's a big part of this team.
The Golden State Warriors showing no mercy and just piling it on, looking dominant and focused right now. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Whoa, I love seeing a team spread the ball around like this. The difference in assists is the difference in this game right now.
This is one of those just keep doing what you're doing. If they can, I expect this lead to grow. And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
Looking at the Grizzlies matchup, they hold some advantages.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Moody is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's MP, then there's Quentin Post, and it's Curry in at the 2. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
hey, the Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "Well, we're watching Steph as one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you guys.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, thank you. Now here's Daniels. No made baskets yet. Porzingis, high post. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the Hawks 5. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelp?
It's a great question, D.A., and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers, and the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooting.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And he was huge for them in that one. Talking to his coaches pregame, they hope he can repeat that performance with another one here tonight. Back to you.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight. Oh, wow, that was a dunk contest level jam right there.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A., playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Now here's Daniels. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 on the shot clock. Count it. Good.
For a player of his size, Young is fearless when it comes to taking the ball inside.
The kick out. Curry. Back to MP. Pass to Moody. Here's Austin. And good! There's another!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Daniels passes to Young. Outside Risache. Outside Porzingis. No good on the triple.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Pass to Curry. Back to MP. Down low. There's the steal. Now Porzingis. 4-3. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
His shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Kicks it out to MP. Pulls up. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Back to Young. Oh!
When you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate, or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. The clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
Ellie, we appreciate the update. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Riza with it, defended by Moody. Young, MP's there. Young's shot is good.
How about Trey Young from close range? And this guy is such an impressive all-around scorer.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
Now, here is Young. He's got 11. He's a shea on the corner. Porzingis on the clock, taken away, and here we go. It's Butler. Curry passes to Butler. A three from MP. Good, he hits again.
Makes that 61 point.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Warriors?
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
Now, here's MT. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Daniels. And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of the starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Butler, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Butler's got 9.
Strong move by Butler, making sure that was a quality possession.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Riza. That one's off, still out of sync.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every...
Down hard!
Watch out below!
Woo! That's a young, creative mind right there. Hitting P, doing work.
Hawks shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Young drives in. The layup missed.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
MV dishes to Curry. Fires, high post, another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Screen by Porzingis. Daniels from outside. Alston with the rebound. Alston's got rebound number 15 here tonight. And got it! Another basket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Outside Daniels. Down low. Here's Young. Good defense by MP.
Well, that was a great challenge at the rim and a difficult adjustment to make.
Back to Curry. Golden State moving it around. MP outside.
I'll circle back if there's more. I'll circle back. I'll be official.
And the Hawks shooting a rough 25% for the field in this game. And so in the game for the...
It's pretty obvious we offer with the pen. You have no actual facts for the lies that you defend. The circus not the only ones who find it condescending. The real reason you circle back is because you know it's never ending. Ride it down and round you go, dancing like a puppet show. Press the stuff against the note, that is what you want to know. The truth, like I see you in the past, like I'm right.
Stan, you and well your whole family, masters of defensive coaching. So with that in mind, what makes a great defense?
Circle back. I'll have to just circle back with you. Circle back. I'm happy to circle back. Circle back. Only just that in the beginning we tried giving you a chance, but it seems intimidating. Reporters start raising hands.
Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
On the floor for the Warriors. MP is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Quentin Post. And it's Moody in at the 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Pistons had a huge game. He had an unbelievable amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
You shut down our throats, boy. I miss the days when we used to have Penny Mac. When they rapid fire questions, you would counterattack. I just was feared in those days. Don't hold on to that. I mean what I'm seeing now. Got everyone thinking now. Just how much you can bring. Only just to hear you say.
The Hawks shooting a feature 25% for the field. 4 shot selection all around. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
The small and power forwards are Rizuchet and Johnson. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniel. And it's Porzingis and it's center. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons was simply terrific. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. That night will be etched in people's memories. He was relentless. I'm curious to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Nice work there, Allie. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
That's to Curry. Golden State moving it around. Back to Alston. From outside the arc. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. Then it'll be a home game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Johnson, the pass to Young. Takes a 3. Alston with the rebound.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Now, here is Young. He's got 11. Warriors with the rebound. Rose has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. MP gets to Curry. The shot's good. Austin making the play. Curry's got 14 points now in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Reza wide open. And that time, also a missed shot.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
MP high post. Young's there, and the basket by MP.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. After that outstanding quarter, he's got himself a triple-double. What more is he going to do in this game? We'll find out. And we'll be right back after this.
Leave this world behind, cause everything you see is hellbound.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And is with so Then there's Peyton. Then it's Kuminga. And it's Hield in at the small forward position. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Johnson finds Alexander Walker. And Okongwu has it in the corner. Pocket 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Covered by Hield. That one jumps for him. The Warriors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
They poison our food, they poison our minds. It's clear they want us all deceased. But when you repent, confess and believe, you got lamb's blood upon your fleece. You a masterpiece that won't cease. And bet the masses peace won't decrease. Yeah, it's a spiritual war that we fight. In the past 2 years at its height. And they pushing the woke and enlightened. Attention with nations tonight. We got his right hand, don't be frightened. Satan's a sucker.
Now, Kennard. Now, here is Young. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work.
Trampoline. My brody told me not to go hard, so I came up the hills so quick and never sipping in the quarantine. Water, now I'm never thirsty. Hunger for truth, now stuck. Thanksgiving turkey. Just saw a demon at the intersection riding dirty.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. On the floor for the Warriors. Kuminga is out there with Gary Payton second. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then it's MP. Then it's Pajemski in at the 2. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
The Hawks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. The kick out to Young.
So crazy. I came after the kid like Buddha 56. None of the blood that was spilled is my inheritance. No arrogance, giving reverence. Just the love that is giving me mercy over flames. Let me break it down to you. I can explain. I was headed to town, selling in the aim. So I can live again. I was once so serious.
Now, here is Young. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Kuminga, Pajemski out there with MP. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Hield in at the small forward position. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage, and in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25'2", I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
So it's the Hawks. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Okongwu kicks to Johnson. Alexander Walker on the wing. Covered by Payton. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Here's Pajemski. Payton passes to Alston. Back to Payton. 6 to shoot. Shoots the three. And Alston with the basket on the assist by Payton.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Atlanta's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Alston passes to Payton. Golden State moving the ball around. MP kicks to Payton. Here's Pajemski. And the Warriors, another three.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Hawks have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Alexander Walker on the wing. Covered by Hield. Young's shot is off.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
And the basket by Payton.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Hawks shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. And a wide open look for MP. Again, Golden State. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Hawks. MP looking around. Back to Hield. Three-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Young against Alston. Young pass to Alexander Walker. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Young's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it? Oh, man, MP to be Young again.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T Connected Cam. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Now here's Kuminga. Back to Alston. In the corner, it's Hield. Launches it. Good, that's another bucket.
81 on the night. Channeling his inner Mamba right now.
There is no slowing this guy down. He is on fire. Hield on the double team. The Hawks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Pass to Young. Fires for three. Hits it from three-point range. 14 points for Trae Young.
And you knew Young was waiting for that opportunity. opportunity. He had the response for that three.
And the basket by MP.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, and another steal for him.
Well,
Unreal.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on heel. Back to Okongwu. Plays it up and banks it in. Okongwu's now got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now racking up there, I can't believe I'm saying it, 71st victory of the season. Wow. Not something that happens often. What a ride it's been for this team.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Okongwu, the pass to Alexander Walker. Young with no one around. From outside, off the mark.
Well, his three-pointer just hasn't been there in the second half.
The three from MP. And another three for Golden State.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Young, no good. Young against Alston. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Puts up a deep three. It's on. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
Every defense needs a fear factor. You blocked a few shots tonight and dissuaded more from being attempted. Do you feel like you play that intimidator role for this team?
I don't think it's something one guy has to take on by himself. With all the switching teams do, a shot blocker may not be as intimidating as someone who can guard multiple positions at multiple levels. Whatever it takes to get stops, that's what I'm doing.
Understood. Thanks for your time, MP. Of course. Kevin, back to you.
Terrific work as always, Dom. You never fail to impress. Thank you so much.
Young man into a brick wall tonight, and that brick wall is named 1 feet. You can't run into a brick wall and not get hurt. Young, nice and way to put that one out after being in the last one. There's a pull off one out after being hammered and actually, hopefully the Warriors are back on the right track. MP was buzzing all over passing that game. And those shots, those crazy words, but the biggest wins of our game was big time win. The Warriors got a 10-10 pressure on a defense and with MP. He's now number 2 at all-time rookie for sure.
I'ma write a song criticizing. Don't be surprised now. We are just the empire of lies now. Looking like we're meeting our demise now. Put your faith in God and look up.
MVP is the GOAT. It is now. Wait, how many years is if I could strike the platform first, do I get to hear it? MP's mom knows more balls than most people on here. Third grade, MP's saying defense is for nerds. They swimming to me.
Okay, I will not put any faith in the man, I will look to the sky. Are you gonna make it to heaven? It's real, better look in my eyes. Bro, trying to rush it. Man, ain't
That makes sense. Not hard.
making a rise, making a clock.
Tick, tick, tock. Like a big ol' mop. Kick him out of school.
We pro homosexuality on our children. We tell little boys they can be a little girl.
Enough with liquid and immorality. The homeless flowing in this country. That's us? I don't think so. We're surprised now.
We are just the